Hey guys, Harris here. So at my school, Chromebooks are one of the primary computing devices that we use. There's one for almost every student in the school, and I know that at the lower levels, at the junior high, even more students are getting Chromebooks, even personal Chromebooks. And this particular model, the Lenovo Thinkpad 11e, is one that we have at my school. And there's one particular feature about it that I really like. And so I figured, well, if that version is good, I'm sure the 2017 edition will be as well. And for coming in at around $220-ish, I figured it's probably a great recommendation. So after using these almost every day at school and now having the new 2017 edition, which has an extra feature up its sleeve, let's go ahead and see if this is worth your money. And I'll say right now, I think it is. Okay, so the first thing to note though, and probably the biggest con about this thing, is that it is heavy. There's no going around it. This thing is built like a tank. It's very thick, sturdy, and heavy. You're going to be feeling it in your book bag. It's extremely dense. Now, it's not a big laptop. Although it does have big bezels, an 11-inch laptop will never be too big. And overall, it is a pretty compact Chromebook. It has an all-black design. It's pretty boring and won't be winning any design awards, but it's simple. It's smooth plastic on the top and durable plastic on the bottom. I think overall, as a device, the build quality is pretty good, and the all-around experience with handling this is not bad outside of the heft with it, but that is something I am willing to sacrifice on this guy. Now, in terms of port selection, it's pretty good. On the left-hand side, we have the charging port, a USB, a full-size SD card slot, which is pretty nice. On the other side, we have a lock slot, full-size HDMI, another USB, headphone jack, volume buttons, and then the power button. And that's a pretty decent array of selections and ports. Opening up the computer, which is a two-handed operation, you can see the screen, the keyboard, and the touchpad. And we'll go ahead and talk about them in reverse order. So the trackpad is my second least favorite thing about this device. It's just not very good. For this price point, $220, that's about what you would expect. Throw in a mouse with this though, and you can get one for maybe $10 or cheaper, and it basically solves that problem altogether. Not a big deal, but it just makes it a little bit less portable. It is usable, but there's a lot of drag, a lot of friction, and it's just not very comfortable for using over long periods of time for a lot of precise things on the internet. Although you can do it, and I do it, it's just not the most comfortable thing, and the trackpad is probably the second worst thing about this outside of just the heft. Now the keyboard is that feature I was talking about before that I love about this thing. The keyboard is this full-size chiclet black keyboard, and as you can hear, it is very clicky. I can type extremely fast with this. I can touch type while I'm looking at a book and I'm writing down quotes for a school paper or whatever I need to do. The keyboard on here is excellent. I have absolutely no problems with this. The keys are plastic. There's no backlighting, but there's a function row up top, full-size keyboard, arrow keys, everything about the keyboard is very nice. No problems with that. And if you're a writer or you're doing research or basically you're using this for a school environment, the keyboard is great, and I think you'll really like it. And then the display. So the ones we have at school are not touchscreen, nor are they flexible. This does both of those still for that price point. So you can have this in whatever mode you want. A tablet mode, which is a little bit clunky, but nice if you're just trying to show somebody something. You can have it more of a traditional mode, which you can tap around and use it like that. And it is very sturdy, you won't be moving it around too much. Or you can have it in the tent mode if you are presenting or if you're doing anything like that. And the screen itself is pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. It's not high resolution, the viewing angles aren't great, nothing about the screen is great, but for $250, it is good enough. I can use it for the things I need to at school. I wouldn't want to use this like 24/7, at least not for me coming from a Retina MacBook Pro and an iPad Pro Retina. But if you're coming from a device that doesn't have a beautiful screen, or you're just a younger person in general that doesn't need a super high resolution screen, this gets the job done. The touchscreen works very nicely. I have no problems with it. It's not going to be an iPad type precision or latency or anything like that, but it does work fine for that. And sometimes when I don't like using this keyboard, I'll just go on screen and tap. But the overall value that you're getting with this machine is awesome. It's heavy and the trackpad isn't great. Throw in a mouse and it's a very overall great product. For the price point, it's pretty solid. Performance is what you'd expect out of a low-range Chromebook. You can open up several tabs, no problems. You can even stream 1440p to 4K video without too many issues either. It can handle several tabs. It can handle documents, web browsing, stuff like that. If you have a fast internet connection, you'll be okay. I'd say over 5 tabs and you're starting to push it, it's still doable, but it's really comfortable if you keep it under 5 tabs and you keep things light. Battery life is pretty solid. I was able to get through easily a full day with this without really any issues, and you should be able to expect the same. So if you're looking for a Chromebook that is really utilitarian, like it's not flashy, it's not going to win any design awards, and it's not super thin and light, this one's awesome. $220 is a pretty good deal. Keyboard is fantastic, screen is good enough. The fact that it is touchscreen and flexible is kind of icing on the cake. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description. If you buy it using that link, I will get a slight commission and it will help out my channel, so keep that in mind. But yeah, at the end of the day, it is a bargain, and I think for this price point, you get a lot out of it. Don't expect super great performance, a great screen, or a great trackpad, but everything about it does the job. And for a student, if you're at elementary school, junior high, even high school, this is something that if you don't mind the weight, I think will do the job just fine. If you own this, let me know what you think of it. If you are considering it, let me know any questions you have and I can get back to you. That's about it. This is a great option for the next school year, for this Christmas, for whatever the circumstances. This is a good option for your wallet. The Lenovo Thinkpad Yoga 11e. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for the time that goes into making these reviews. I hope you enjoyed. If you want me to check out any other Chromebooks or have any other questions, make sure to leave those comments down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.